Today, members of the Minnesota House Caucus announced a Suburban Solutions Caucus. The new initiative will address challenges faced by suburban Minnesotans and will work to find solutions. Here's more from members of the House.
About 50% of the population of Minnesota lives in 5 counties, and about a little over half of that lives in the suburbs. And in this last cycle, during this campaign, and even during the session, we heard time and time again from our constituents, from our business owners, that we want you to work together to find solutions, working together with Democrats, working together with people that maybe don't align with us on every issue, but finding that space where we can move a good, positive agenda forward. We heard it, we continue to hear it, and during this first session, the one thing that really sticks out, at least to me, and one of the things that we've talked about, is that we were up against a political agenda that wasn't really willing to take input. We're really good at reaching across the aisle. We're really good at reaching out to people that maybe don't agree with us all the time and trying to find that common ground. But there has to be some reciprocity. And that's why we're standing together today. We're standing, and this is the start. This is just the beginning of what we think is going to be a solid move to move good policies, common sense, reasonable policies forward. In this last election, or in this last session, there was a lot of voices that were silenced. There was an agenda that was very metrocentric. It was focused, and we're not. I don't want to disparage that agenda at all. But it really left out the voices of a lot of Minnesotans, and it left out almost all the voices of the people who live in the suburbs.
During our time in the legislature, we noticed that the voice of the suburbs was getting less and less, and that those urban voices were getting louder and louder. And we saw that there was a definite need to, bring people together. And I saw it in committee, I saw it on the floor, and I saw it pretty much every week from emails that I would receive from just everyday people asking, can we get some reasonable solutions for our families? So this caucus is about listening, it's about sharing ideas, it's about working together. It needs to be more about the boots on the ground, working with your neighbors so that we can come up with those policies and not some of the activists that we're seeing in St. Paul.
We started this session with close to a $20 billion surplus. We raised taxes by $10 billion. That's not what I heard when I was knocking on doors. So Representative Myers talked about these listening sessions in town halls. That's what's going to be happening, and that's how we're going to be crafting policies to meet the needs of our communities that we serve. It's not about Ben Bakeberg. It's about the residents of 54B that I have the privilege and the opportunity to serve. That's the mentality that we're going to take. And then as this grows, as our caucus grows and becomes more diverse within the GOP, we're going to continue to have diverse perspectives to be able to serve Minnesotans better. Because as these guys talked about, a large portion of Minnesota was left out with this legislative session.